Alright, all you monsters, welcome back to the channel. We're going to try something a little bit different today. I'm going to go step by step on what I'm doing in the video and tell you the baits I'm using and try to give you as much information as I can and see how you guys like that. Now in this video I'm practicing for Guntersville Toyota series in 2024. We're in February, and these are all my practice videos. I'm going to have another video for my tournament. I had 18 pounds on the first day of the tournament, so stick around for that. Now, this first little clip, I was trying out some rocks down by Spring Creek. It's actually in between Town Creek and Short Creek. There's a little stretch of rocks, and caught this one on a Ned rig. Like I said, I caught this one on a Ned rig with a Z-Man hula stick.
15 inches on the money.
One of my go-to baits. Use it everywhere in the country. Catch fish everywhere I go. It's a good bait if you're just trying to get a couple bites. And this one happened to be a keeper, so. Now this little clip is right outside of right off of the main, down there in that same area. I saw this grass, decided to throw a spinnerbait in here, and caught one. It's not very big, but this is North Saudi, right up from Goose Pond up to the second bridge, and I was throwing an Alabama rig. I got 4 2.8 Hustlers by Pro Tackle Crafters with a bigger, I think it's 3.75 Rage Tail swim bait in the middle.
That's my first ever Alabama rig fish.
And that, like I said, that was my first Alabama rig fish ever. I haven't really thrown it a lot, but I've seen it work. So I decided to throw it around. I know it's the bait to throw in Alabama, so I just didn't like throwing it. But now it's one of my favorite baits, so I'm gonna throw it more often, even around here in Ohio and West Virginia, if it's legal. I know in Ohio you can only have 3 hooks, so that one wasn't a keeper, but still fun.
13 inches.
Yeah, and this day
I got another one on Alabama rig.
All day,
turn my camera on.
and I caught another one right there. That's a pretty good fish.
That's some decent fish.
This was right up from Goose Pond. The main lake entrance to Goose Pond. It's got the channel running through it. This is I'm gonna weigh it just because I want to. 211. Now this right here is right across from South Saudi. There's a bunch of islands out there, but this is on the other side of the main river channel. And again, they're an Alabama rig. That's really all I threw this day. Once I started catching them, I just laid on it. He hammered that one. It was another pretty good fish.
Get in the boat. Two 8.
I will say those were the first 2 days that I was down there. Actually, I was down there half a day, and I hit up Mud Creek too, and I didn't find anything in there. But those were 2 days, and this is the final day of practice. I got there pretty early in the morning, and you could see in the background there's already a boat. I want to go to that spot, but I'm working my way up to that spot. And I like this spot here. I like to throw a deep diving crankbait. You see my reel kind of screwed up. It was free spooling, so I had to thumb the spool and flip that fish in the boat. Once that happened, I changed that reel that night because I didn't want that happening in the tournament. Now see, there's that boat. He's sitting right on a stump out in the middle there. But I don't know if he knows it or not. I didn't bother him. I just wanted to check this bridge right here. It's an old broke down bridge. And there was another boat coming up on my left. So I really didn't want to stick around if I caught any fish. Because I mean, the tournament's the next day. I didn't want them to see any fish being caught there. Because there's not a lot of people go back there for whatever reason, but I love it. And it's up North Saudi behind the the 2 bridges. And that's a pretty good fish right there. But I know that guy in the front can see me, but I don't think the guy that's coming up to my left saw me. You see him right there coming in. That fish is over 3 pounds. It might be pushing 4. I didn't weigh it. I just wanted to get it back in the water before them guys saw me. And I don't show it in the video, but after that, I left immediately. I didn't even stay and fish. Now this is pretty interesting. I fished that bridge for a while and I wanted to go under it, and I thought I'll make one last cast while I go under it. Well, you see, I hooked up and the wind was blowing. It's a pretty good fish. I'm afraid I'm gonna hit my rod. I'm afraid the boat's gonna go into rocks on one side. They got concrete on the other side. And there's a bunch of boats out there too, and I didn't really want them to see me catching any fish there. I know it's a bridge and everybody fishes it, but so I barely cleared them rocks and I just reached out and grabbed it. Again, I didn't weigh this fish, but I bet it was over 3. And that is, you can see Goose Pond in the background, the ramp. So that's the bridge right by the ramp. Good spot. Catch a couple if you can get a spot. There's always boats on. See, I'm trying to make sure I don't hit anything. I want to get a picture, but I don't want to go out where anybody can see me taking a picture. So this is that same bay, that flat where I caught one on an Alabama rig up from Goose Pond, and that I just tied this chatterbait on. It's a jackhammer, golden shiner collar. He smoked it. I mean, when he hit it, he put slack in the line. I had to reel down to find him, and oh my God.
4 or 5.
Like I said, good fish. Now this is the South Saudi Bridge. I fished it with a jerkbait Ned rig, and I decided to fish this riprap going over to the South Saudi ramp a little bit with a shaky head. I got it rigged up with a Z-Man hula stick on it. I throw that bait everywhere in the country and it works. I love it. It's probably in about 25 foot of water right there, and I'm just letting it just kind of hang out on the bottom, just dragging it just real slow.
Got one.
That fish ended up being a keeper. I mean, he's barely, but it all matters. Got a keeper in the boat. It's funny, you can hear me in the background. I'm trying to call my fiance. I got my earbuds in. I was gonna call her. As soon as I dialed the number, hooked up on one. Wasn't a keeper. Now I did have a really good bite out there too. This is the islands out from South Saudi Ramp. Now these rocks right here, that's up above where I caught the 4-pounder. After I caught that fish at South Saudi on the bridge on a shaky head, I decided to go up there and throw the shaky head around those rocks. And this fish ended up being a keeper. And now all these spots I cycled in the tournament. I added a few more areas, some flats, trying to pick up one or two, but the only place I caught fish is where I caught fish in practice. Now, make sure you check it out. I got another video coming of the actual tournament. I got over 18 pounds on day one, so keep an eye out for that. Make sure you subscribe and keep up to date.
That's my fifth. It's skinny.
All right, thanks for watching.
It's a keeper though.